Everybody, it's Sam with Working Success. Hope you guys are having a great week. And I want to come at you guys with a question. Do you think your boss really wants to fire you? We'll talk about that here in a minute on Working Success. All right, guys. Hey, it's always so nice to have you here watching. And if you would, please consider subscribing to this channel, liking this video, and hitting the notification icon so we can notify you when we post new content on Mondays and Thursdays. So today's question, real quick, is do you think your boss wants to fire you? The whole purpose of this video was I overheard a couple of younger guys talking at the gym the other day, and they were talking about how their boss had it out for them. And I was getting changed. I'd finished my workout, and I was sitting there thinking about that, and I decided to chime into that conversation a little bit. I asked them, I guys kind of walked up to them and said, hey guys, kind of overheard you talking there, and noticed that you guys think your boss has got it out for you. What's going on? And, it was the typical, I can't do this right, or I can't do that right, or he stays on my butt about this, or he won't leave me alone about that. So I just kind of gave him this advice, and I just wanted to share this with you all very briefly, which is your boss doesn't want to fire you. Look, guys, hiring people, getting them trained, getting them through the interview process alone, drug tests, background checks, all that, in order to bring you on board to work for the company, cost a lot of money. And it costs a lot of productivity to do that. So why would we as bosses want to get rid of somebody we've invested money and time into? We don't. When we have those talks with you guys, it is so that you understand that you need to improve something. Now, I get it. Some bosses are a lot better at it than others at delivering that news. And there's a lot of bad bosses out there, quite frankly. But the conversation I had with this young man was that, hey, look, it sounds to me like your boss has noticed some things that he'd like for you to change. And I bet if you change those things, whatever it is, he's probably going to lay off you. Why don't you try doing this, or why don't you try doing this? And I gave him a couple suggestions onto, how to improve his career. And that's really what it's about, guys. If your boss is on your butt about something, or if you feel like your boss wants to fire you, first of all, realize that your boss doesn't want to fire you. Simply put, it just costs too much money to just go around firing people. And quite frankly, if you've never fired somebody and had to walk them out to their car and seen grown adults cry because they've lost their livelihood, I can assure you it's not a good time at all. I've never once came home from having to let somebody go and just sat down and called my best friend and said, hey, guess what? I got to fire so-and-so today. They lost their job. They're probably not going to get to pay their rent. This is awesome. It just doesn't work that way, guys. So try and keep that in mind. That's pretty much the topic of today's video is if you're going around thinking that your boss wants to fire you, first of all, realize that it's going to cost a lot to replace you. Bosses would much rather you just do what they ask and perform your job, at least at the very minimum level, where that's where they measure their production and their key metrics off of. So that's pretty much it. Leave a comment down below. Do you feel like your boss is riding your butt trying to get rid of you? Maybe it's just simple constructive criticism. Maybe they're just kind of bad at delivering it. But I promise you, if you guys do what your boss asks, they're probably going to let up on you and everything's going to be all right. Hey guys, as always, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.